We are Behind the Beard with Forge FC head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis. Bobby, how is the health of the club right now? Chris Nanco, Daniel Krutzen, I see them out there training. What's the status on the health of your club?
Yeah, everyone is basically fully into training right now, integrated with the team, so we're in a good spot from that end. For the first time this year, going back about a week or so ago, guys were taking part in bits and parts of training. Now we got everyone fully integrated, so it's a good time to be out there on the pitch.
After the last match, what's a reasonable amount of time to just kind of be bummed out about the loss before you move on and reset for the next one?
Yeah, I think you come back your first day back in for training, you have that discussion about the match, you review some of the finer points, the points that usually make us better in the games and weren't there, and then you move on. You know, we've got an excellent challenge ahead of us on Saturday with Ottawa. You know, we're playing to keep ourselves in first position. In the standings, we're in a good place, but you know, that's one of the first finals of the year, as they say. It's an important match for both teams, where the table is and what it means.
Are you at a point now where almost every match is essentially kind of has that playoff feel to it?
Yeah, I think we know what we have to do. You know, we have 9 games to go. We know where we have to be, and you know, we want to be at the top. You know, we've done this for the last few years, and that's where this team wants to be. And the players in the room have discussed about it from the beginning of the year. And to do that, you have to execute. And we've been good. We have ourselves in a good position. You know, we've stumbled a little bit in the last couple of games, so we just need to do what we've done best after we've had 2 of these results in the past and come out and fire on all cylinders. And I think I expect that from the group.
Not a lot of people expected Ottawa to be at the top of the table at this point in the season. Is it surprising at all for you guys how Ottawa's been able to compete this year?
Not necessarily, because if you look at the history of things, you know, you could say they weren't performing well last year, but they're a totally different team. They're a veteran team, a lot of older players, players with experience in this league who have come in from different teams playing in the league. So I think they've put together a team that's resilient, that defends very well. You know, doesn't give a lot to the opponents. You look at their last game against Cavalry. They haven't entered the opponent's half many times, but they've won 3-0. So they found a recipe to get results, and that's working for them. And I think in this league, you know, with any team, you know, if you stick to some tactical principles in the long term, it pays out for you. And I think that's what's happening with them.
Is it a good feeling to know that you're at least in control of your own destiny? You don't have to rely on any other teams. It's completely up to you at this point, whether you want to finish in first.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. You know, you don't have to look at the results to the right or left of you, but you need to make sure that you're taking care of business, and that's the position we're in. And it's a good position to be in, even after 2 losses in a row. You know, we're still in that point, but you know, it starts on Saturday. Saturday's got to be an important game for us, and like I've said, in our history, we've always bounced back after 2 game defeats, and we've had those in each of our seasons. So I expect the guys to have that reaction. So far in training, it's been very good. Players know they let themselves down, and we all let ourselves down and our fans down on Saturday night, and this is a great way to pick everything back up.
I wanted to ask you about Forge taking part this week in the pop-up soccer clinics at some of the Subies and around the city at the parks, and I attended one yesterday with Ali and Taryn. I mean, your thoughts on programs like that and the players being able to go to the community and play with the kids in the park?
Yeah, it's important. One, this is the global game. We want to make sure that we're spreading that cheer of playing football around. And, you know, the second thing, it's something we haven't been able to do in the last couple of years due to the pandemic. So this summer we've ramped up all these different types of community events, and it's just excellent for the guys. You know, the guys are out here working hard, and it's excellent for them to get out into the community. Not only with our fan base, but to grow our fan base and get the notoriety of Forge FC out there. And I think for all the kids involved in all of these events, I think it's fantastic. You know, you think of yourself or myself as a young 8 to 10-year-old, and you know, you're being visited somewhere by a professional athlete. I think it's one of the best feelings in the world. So we're happy to be out there, and we want to keep on doing more and more of this in the community.
We are Forge, the mighty, mighty Forge. You just don't think you understand.
This has been Forge FC head coach and technical director Bobby Smyrniotis and Behind the Beard. The most Forge content can be found on the Forge Audio Network with Anthony Urciuoli. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.